Alright, I have no idea if this is working, so my apologies. I don't want chop. Why does it do that automatically? My top shot is dumb. Anya, can you chill? I can't let you on the chair again. Alright, I think I gotta actually start the stream from the browser, which sucks. Where's the browser? Alright. Oh, hey, okay, so it is working. Good. I want to see if I can drag it and get another chat going, because I don't want to deal with oh god, it's dark. I need to turn my lights on. So I'm sorry, all that I'm so behind things. All right. I'm not uhing over the stream. That's not what's going on. I'm uhing because life is ugh sometimes, but I'm good. All right, I gotta turn the lights on so that I don't look like this. So give me a second there. And then I have to do Happy New Year, Desmond. Hey, Apples. Was popping 3 a.m. Damn it. This is why I can't ever miss a stream anymore. Y'all waking up at crazy o'clock. Someone from Brazil was up till 1. Where are you at that it's 3? Oops. Sorry, Anya. No. My dog has gotten used to being a star. I know. I don't know if anyone watched Glee season 1. Anya, no, She-Hulk, you gotta go on the bed. All right, Papa's gotta work. Okay, Papa's gotta work. Yeah, where are you at? That is 3 a.m. Why is it top chat? I hate top chat. Acting like I'm a big streamer or some shit. I'm not. All right, we'll pop that out and then we'll close that, and that'll be good, I think. All right. Germany. Time to sleep soon. I bet. Let me try and get something going so you can actually see something before you go to sleep. This is my tech support headphone, so you know I love my job. Yeah, there's going to be a slight audio lag. In order to get really good footage from the actual filming of the video, I need to offload my I need to offload streaming onto my other computer. So yeah. Now, I could probably do with, like, I have a Logitech camera, but one of them is broken. So I gotta get my news. I've already started messing with GarageBand. Good. Yeah. I gotta get recording too. A DAW is its own instrument. Right? And, no. God damn it, Anya. I love you, but no. All right, we're gonna do this. Let me find out. Okay, so that's from my desktop. Now I need to put up a YouTube playlist on Watch Together. I apologize for not being on top of things timing-wise and streaming-wise. It's starting a third job and other things, but this I enjoy. Nope. No, why? Why? Who gave you permission to have a commercial? All this money for fucking YouTube Premium, and I have to use a fucking Watch Together where there's ads everywhere. Monsieur fucker. Yeah, it's on you second time. Alright, now I gotta get my playlist. I don't even know if I have... Do I have the Mariah playlist together? Hold on. We're doing... We were doing Ariana... versus Mariah, and that was by... It wasn't Mariah X Lambley. God, I'm so bad. Let me look at my subscribe channels. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now. I'm trying to, but I'm getting this, here, I'll do that. Is that, no, it's not. Why does it do that? Where's my subscriptions? Excuse me. Queen of Lambley, that's it. This person is making life possible. So I appreciate the Queen of Lambley. And where's that Ariana versus Mariah is the next question. Ow, my head. Okay. It's gotta be... Wish I could... There's gotta be a way to just search the channel. This is ridiculous. Yeah, there is. Queen of Lambley. There we go. There we go. Thanks, search. People forget it's a search engine. It's really good at what it does. Okay. All right. So we'll be doing the second half today of this video. And because I'm a greedy content whore, I'll probably just put the two together. You know, the longer the video generally. Mariah, y'all, like, half of the channel is supported by Mariah fans because, like, I'll make a long video and you'll watch the whole thing. Like, the watch time is insane. No joke. So I'll do that today. Gotta get this up on her. So this will use it opera, and then I gotta invite myself. It's a bunch of shenanigans just to get this shit to work. One of these days I'll buy a better computer, but right now that shit's for rich people. So it's not the share there. It's where's the share? There it is. Mizzy or Fikir. Right, okay, desktop. Opera's weird, and it's like the way it closes tabs and shit. So, right. Now let's see if I got everything working. Where is my desktop? Okay. Cool beans. So we'll do that, then we'll do a window capture. Is this the desktop audio? No, it is not. This is the desktop. Right? No, that has too little latency to be that. Ah, because it's not full screen. Remoting in, folks. It's a good time. There we go. Remoting in. That is full screen. Alrighty. Well, it's gonna be slick one of these days. It's just not today. It's not today. All right. Put that bitch in full screen. Hey, now we got it to work. Look at that. That's called Is it not full? It's not full screen. There we go. It's called technology. Right? It's technology. Okay, with that working, now I have to do the window capture here. So you'd think that after yesterday, spending 40 minutes to get this up and running, you'd think I'd be ready. Unfortunately, we got a new router. New router. Very exciting to reconnect everything. I'm bitter today. I'm sassy. All right. Catching up with chat now. Sorry, y'all. I'm busy bitching and moaning like it's a thing I should do, but I shouldn't. Anyway. There we go. Thanks, live chat. Automatically hidden by Apples. Thank you, Apples, for that. New Year. Is 9 here? Yeah. I don't know why I'm having... I need to get better glasses. The comment section is already thirsting. Yeah, I just let it go at this point. Morissette on your channel? Okay. Yeah, I'll do more Morissette. I got like manually claimed the last, and they didn't just claim it, they banned it. So they actually like they went to my channel, they saw the video, and then they banned the video for Morissette. So so I'll do more. I just need to. I'm doing this thing with clips that I think will solve a lot of this problem. Knocking down of all my stuff and food. Can't let them outside. Why is this so damn small? It's like impossible to read. Oh damn, you can't do that. They broke your bulb? That's a lawsuit right there. I can't even mute it on both. Give me a second, I have to text my wife back. There's a song where it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. All right. Bring on the sass, yeah. Thank you. All right. She emailed me my job documents. I need to fill out a W-2 for one parched individual. Jesus. Do I even have my water? I don't have my water. I'm not a Boy Scout. All right. We're going to ignore some of those comments. I'm going to let it fly because there's nothing wrong with expressing sexuality. But, weird. Now this one was, I believe we were on like the mid. I think I'm getting a fucking loop. Is that on my main? Okay. I got a message in Teams. I'm living a dangerous life. Y'all, I'm working right now. Like, I'm not working it, like, I'm working. Like, this shit isn't a fashion statement. But, like, fuck it. I like this way better. Also, if I make enough money doing this, I can tell my wife, it's time to put away the IT. I love my foot pedals. Did we watch this? We did. We didn't get to... We missed the end. I think we were on the mids, so we were, like, here. Are you guys getting, like, a dual thingamajig? Is there those two sounds? Because I feel like that's happening. Yeah. Yeah, there's an echo. Hold on. I have to turn this into no monitor. And that will fix that one. Monitor is off. That is not going to be the problem, though. All right, let's try that. There's one sound for you? Okay, good. All right. I'll work with it if it's just on my end. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking awful. But I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do. I'll mute this one on my end, except that would mute. Oh, no, it wouldn't mute if I can get the sound in. Let's see. The solutions that I have to go through because I have a shitty computer. Hey, that worked. You guys can hear it, right? Yeah, we didn't get to the end though. We stopped like halfway through. Yeah. So we didn't get there. I think we were like right here. I forget which part we left on, but we did not finish this. Much to the chagrin of many. So I think it's right around here. We were getting like right around here. It was head voice, right? Yeah, it was head voice is where this was going last. It wasn't this late into it. Man, it's just like, how am I supposed to surf through this, right? I can't even, whatever. We're starting right here. It's gonna be a good time. Chagrin, I love old words. I love my tomfoolery and chicanery. I think it's just swell. Okay, I think we're good. Let me make sure my shit's all in good condition. Film commands. Do I have all? I think I have all the other videos from all the other. Yep, I can clear it. But now let me get this open. Okay. That should do that, and then we do delete this. Okay. We're actually, listen, last stream for the beatboxers, it took 40 minutes. So we're killing it right now. That's a 100% increase in efficiency. So, gotta be happy about that. All right. Oh, let my bitter self watch this. Oh, see, now this is, I think this is worth mentioning. So when you look at, like, people get all crazy about, like, every single note. This, the one she's doing, where she's kind of throwing the F5s away, I like it. Right? I like that. It's an artistic statement. You know, and, like, you'll see in the comments, like, oh, Mariah has a hard time hitting F5, It's like, no, she doesn't, you jackass. That's a great belt, too. Belting on an F is not the easiest thing at all. Anya, I know. I love you, too. Okay? But she can't be in the chair. Okay? Okay. My dog wants to be famous. One second. You got poop? Is this about pooping? It's about poop, isn't it? Let's go poop. Let's go poop. Let's go. Let's go poopy. Let's go poopy. There it is. You gotta stay hydrated, folks. This is the fucking saddest shit. It's better than it was last time. I was at one point mixing while in a live show. So, and that picture is hilarious, and people in the Discord have seen it many times. So, here we go. All right. Ouch. I wear headphones so often, I actually have a sore on the left side of my head. It's fine though, I just needed to move my glasses. So anyway, let's get back into it. Yeah, I don't know who's singing with her, but I love it. Yeah, like an F5 on a belt is pretty nuts. Oh my god, this audio is so bad. In the comments of this video, everyone's like, oh my god, Ariana is just so much better. Like, forgetting that, like, man, a ripped DVD of Mariah in the 90s probably cost like 30 bucks, okay? And it was not even DVD, it was a VHS, and I said DVD because I wanted you to think, oh yeah, DVD, but no, it was a VHS. You fucking youngings don't understand, okay? Back in Mariah's day in the 90s, she had to walk uphill both ways just to record an album, okay? The audio quality was not as good, is the point of that. I love that. So it's really, okay, we need to talk about head voice because people never qualify what this shit is. So what we generally consider head voice is it's not fully flipped folds, right? That's falsetto. So there's some connection with the folds. The problem is that you can have a lot of connection and you can have not a lot of connection. So if you listen to Ariana versus Mariah here, Mariah has a lot more closure, more vocal closure than Ariana in this example. That little sizzle is from that little sizzle that you hear. That's from air escaping. It's not a bad thing. It's an aesthetic, right? But it's just worth noting because if this is supposed to be a head-to-head on head voice, then, oh, okay, it wasn't intentional, but I'm going with it. Then it has to be considered that there are just different decisions to be made. Turn my minutes into hours. You got more than 20/20, babe. Yeah, so that's a belt. I don't know if I would call head voice, I don't know if I'd conflate the two. Because belt is so different. When you belt, like, the folds are like this. They're fat, they're connected like that. And that's what gives it that meaty sound. It's also kind of what makes it dangerous because, boom. Luckily, vocal folds don't have rings on their finger. Ouch. But yeah, that's a belt right here. But, you know, I'm not mad that this is in the video because it's actually a really good it's a prompt for a conversation that doesn't happen enough. People in the YouTube comments are like, well, the head voice is this quality. Like, I love YouTube comments. That, I know it's an aesthetic, that auto-tune thing messes with me. It messes with me. I'm gonna answer Timmer. It's not falsetto. It's not. Why are we comparing F sharps to Gs? Honestly, because probably the Queen of Lambley couldn't find enough F sharps and Gs and had to kind of mix the two. You know, it's a long video and there's so many examples, so, well, cutting corners. But it's not, this isn't head voice, or this isn't, the argument between falsetto and head voice is a kind of a silly one. And it's something that people get so adamant about, but we never, like, what is it, right? What is it actually? And then people never qualify that statement. They just argue with each other on the comments, so. Very biased, but Mariah's tone is everything. I like the way, so Mariah's technique is a lot more closer to what was, I mean, it was what was popular at the time, right? It's the false folds. So if we're talking about the aesthetic of the voice, Mariah's tone here is a result of the false folds being retracted, okay? Right now, I have my false folds retracted because I like the way it sounds. But if I didn't, I would sound like this. And this is a lot more speech-like, but I like sounding like this. So that's the difference in tone here. Airy equals falsetto? Nah. You can get it. It's air leaks through into the microphone. You can hear air because the folds are not completely closed. So that doesn't mean falsetto. What is falsetto? It's kind of like, you know, it's not like, there's a reason why head voice versus falsetto is like the biggest fight on the internet. For me, the way I'm operating, my definition, my bias, the way I'm going to talk about it in this video is that falsetto is fully flipped folds and head voice has anywhere this connection, probably not fully connected, but like right there. And belt is not head voice. That's how I roll. I'm a rebel. That's lovely. Before we get into the nonsense this whistle registers, before we have that, it's worth noting that except for the very last example, Ariana's transition up had far less vocal connection, right? Or not, like, I mean, the vocal folds are not necessarily touching as much. That's what I mean. I'm not saying it's like it's not supported. It's supported just fine. I think the aesthetic is very attentional, which is why when you hear Mariah do it, you only hear one example of that airy kind of approach. Yeah. There. So that little crack was a lot of vocal closure to, again, not a complete flipping, but like, you know, fat to like this very rapidly. So. All right, I have to answer these things. Hold on, let me check if I actually sped up one of the videos by mistake. No, I did not. Did this not record? Fuck! It's doing it again. I just lost 4 minutes of video. Fucking hate this shit. My potato computer. Can I lower the bitrate live? I don't know if I can. Oh, but I can do it on this machine. Yeah, I'll just put it to 30 FPS. Nope, can't do that. Why can't I do that? But you are not doing anything. Why are you so worthless, computer? There's no fucking recording. You're out of your fucking mind. There's no, what the fuck? What do you, what? I don't know. It says it's fucking recording. It's not. And this is why we can't have nice things. Oh, you know what? The NDI. That's what it is. Okay, I just have to stop a lot before I lose stuff. So for the most part, people are talking in the chat about flagellant, the flatulence versus whistle. Same thing. What would be better, and there's going to be arguments. Like, it's not the same thing. What you have to understand is that, like, when we're talking about this stuff, we're talking in a shorthand, right? Like, I think like gender spectrum is a good example, right? Like, there's what, like 6 in like what was the initial article? I'm so dumb with this shit. I'm sorry, but there's what's the scale? Anyway, the scale, the proposal was that there's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of bisexual, but then, you have someone coming in and they're saying that's non-binary, they're non-binary, and that's like good, that's fine, right? So when we're talking about whistle and we're saying this is the sound that I am referring to as whistle, and it crosses over into some of your ideas of what flagellant is, which I'm not German. That pronunciation is not going to happen. There's no need to get up in arms about it. So I just call them the same thing because the function I'm pretty sure is the same, except we don't really know what happens. I don't think we don't officially know what happens with whistle register. It's been difficult, if not impossible, to get a scope into the vocal tract when it's that small. So we don't really know. We have some ideas, but the fuck? This is just straight up unkosher. This is nuts. Okay, so this is insane. When she does that vibrato on a whistle, that's just demented. It's hard enough on a whistle to like orient your folds into that like whistle shape, because that's what it is. The vocal folds basically doing, right? And that probably bleeds on the microphone, but that's what they're doing. The vocal folds. Keep in mind that the vocal folds for a woman on average are the size of a United States dime. That is so tiny, right? It's incredibly small. So getting that thing to get into a shape where you can whistle is already insane. But then you add a different element. When you have vibrato, what you're doing is my goodness, my headphones, my life. When you have vibrato, what's happening is that the thyroid cartilage right here, which is like a giant shield Adam's apple kind of thing, it tilts. And that's significant because the vocal folds are attached to the thyroid cartilage. So when you tilt, it stretches the folds. So not only does she have this like super tiny, precise a tenth of a dime little thing that she's controlling to get on pitch. Now she's doing it when she's stretching her false. God damn! Was that too much? I feel like that was too much. Oh shit, I don't have my clips. I got up my clip, my second instance of OBS. How long was that? Feels like a giant rant. Not bad. Minute 30 seconds. Not bad. I'm gonna get my second instance of OBS up though. Because that's it does the auto clipping and I love it. It's so nice. It's you know, it's friendly. It's a good time. I love my 9x16 content because I can do it fast. And everyone complains about it, but I got this shit. Alright. Let me change my profiles real quick. That's not 9x16 or 16. Yeah, 9x16. It's not how this works. Is it because of NDI that this isn't happening? Fucking NDI is ruining my life right now. It just sucks because for whatever reason, Resolve isn't working. I'm just having so many problems with my computer. It sucks, but whatever. Let's keep going. Oh, let me check the chat first. You think that's appropriate amount? Good, good. Because New York vocal coach differentiates between the two. And that's fine. Like, there's not... I mean, the only way we would get, like, a precise conversation is, like bringing up, like, a spectrogram or bringing up footage of a scope and really discussing where what turns into what and for whatever reason. So it's not that New York vocal coach is, like, bad, right? Like, New York vocal coach can have whatever definitions that he wants. The most important thing is that he's getting what he wants out of the student, and the student is getting value out of that. The only way we're, like, gonna get, like, exactly involved in all this stuff is, like, we sit down with a spectrogram, we sit down with scoped footage, and then we talk about these, like, stupid little specific things, to which point names become all a description of a continuum, which is so, you know, like, getting stuck on the terms is not, like, you know, if you're in the YouTube comments and you're like, it's not falsetto, like, you need to rethink your life. Was that too harsh? I feel like that was too harsh. Okay, I'm sorry. That's beautiful to me. I do prefer, in general, I do prefer Mariah's tone quality because of the retraction of the false folds, makes it richer, deeper. But there are moments where Ariana's like, damn, yes. I'm checking right now. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Did the NDI fuck up? Looks like the NDI fucked up. After I changed scenes. Hold on. Damn it. Damn. Is that back? No. There we go. Okay, hold on. That looks like it's back. Is that not back? Looks like it's back to me. Let me bring it up on desktop. Okay. NDI is notoriously finicky. Because it's a virtual cable, basically. So it really does kind of get funky sometimes. So, but yeah, one of the reasons I'm actually kind of amped to have a third job is fucking want an upgrade. I've stopped like trying to make like business decisions about videos. like I'm like, fuck it, I want to make this. So anyway. I don't, that's ridiculous. It's like a fucking parakeet. She's talking in bird. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. Like, I had a bird growing up. That's what it fucking sounds like. It's no wonder there's a video of Mariah Carey doing that to the dolphin. The dolphin's like, yo, bro, what the fuck is that, right? I am cursing a lot today. I'm going to get demonetized, and it's worth it for self-expression. Oops. Oh, YouTube, huh? You like your money? You like your ability to create? No, you don't get it. Because you said the F word. And children who shouldn't be watching YouTube videos anyway. There's all policy on that. But, you know, like, so this is where I get into different terminology, okay? I won't go into the flagellant versus the whistle and the head voice versus falsetto, but I'll go off on AdSense and CPMs because I'm a nerd, as you can see by my tilted glasses and 2 headphones. What am I doing? So it's job doing this while I'm at work. I mean, I'm not doing it at work. Do I have my priority? Good. All right. All right. So who did it better? I mean, that's subjective, right? Mariah did it better. It's subjective, but yeah. I like Mariah better in this situation. Yeah, I much prefer personally Mariah in this situation, just because of her. I identify more with the general approach and decision making that she takes in these things. And you might like Ariana better, and that's totally fine. What else do I have? I have a bunch of things ready. First of all, let me move these files. Yeah, I'm such a fucking terrible YouTuber. I'm gonna put this as part 2, and then I'm gonna a week later do part 1 and part 2, because I am shameless. But it'll also be nice for some folks to just like have it. Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you see part 1, and then, like, you're like, where the fuck is part 2? You can't find it in search or recommended. I'm so salty today that I can't get enough water in my system. All right. How do I look? How's my hair? How's my hair? Is that good? That's not good, is it? Nope, it's not. Look at that. This is a metaphor for my life. Is that heavy? That's heavy. It's too much. Life is good. And then you eat waffles. To make that money, hell yeah. Absolutely. All right, enough chicanery and Boulder Dash. Let me see what I got here for this stream. Because I am preparing. It is really awesome to be able to just do this. Ooh, isolated whistle. I think that's also from Lambley. Yeah. Well, let's see. Hold on. Let's take a little search here, a little adventure, you know, a little search. This thumbnail is the most provocative, inappropriate shit that I could have possibly done. Thanks. Clickbait. What was it? It was Mariah isolated whistles. Yeah, okay. So because this is appropriate too for head-to-head, right? If we're doing Ariana versus Mariah, totally appropriate here. Let me get the chat up. So on my new phone, I can't type. On your old phone, I can. You got two phones? I'm doing that too. Yeah, my Pixel 3 took a bath and died. So that's what I get for promoting hygiene. So I got a new TLC like piece of garbage, but it works. You can make phone calls with it. It's great. All right, hold on. That's really interesting. Oh my goodness, that is not what I meant to do.
Cause I remember when you...
Oh, I gotta kill that video. Because it wasn't on stream for you guys, presumably. I wouldn't imagine it was. All right.
Were here and all the fun we had last year.
This is going to be an interesting. So this is, you know, some folks talk about like Ariana singing with tension. First of all, I love the fact everyone's like, oh, Mariah's past her prime. When you have a baby, your folds become thicker. When you get older, your folds become thicker. And listen to the, I mean, first of all, she is like a nice, like she got curves, right? And definitely looks different than she did in the 90s, right? Different voice, different body. And so when you listen to this whistle, listen to the warmth it has. Right? Like it actually has kind of the same bottom warmth as Ariana. Now maybe that's a mixing decision from the engineer, but it's warm, right? It's there, and that wasn't there early in her career because it just wouldn't be. And that right there, this tension thing that I'm seeing a lot of people get up in arms about. It's if you want to have like a tight sound, you tighten things up. So let's talk about what she's tightening up here. Right? So what's happening here for Ariana is she's notice that she's doing this with the chin, and the larynx is like popping up like crazy. Let's get a zoom in so we can see that larynx. One second, I'm just trying to get my thingamajig up here. I'll probably do this. Yeah, that's probably a better idea, although it looks like dog shit. Where's the... that one? There's that. NDI source. Sure. I don't know what is giving me this nonsense here. Weird. Alright, well, I don't know what's going on. There's some sort of demon possessing my screen. So let's just do this. Window capture. Paint. Okay. Now that should work. Let's see. Yeah, nice technology. Awesome. Okay. Did we do black? Would that be easier? No? Okay. Red it has to be then. Let's increase the size though, because that is completely... There we go. That's visible. Okay, so her larynx. Right here... Oh, actually, it's a little higher than that. It's like right there. Gotta zoom in a little further to see it. Oh boy. Okay, right there. That little bump is the thyroid cartilage. That is a very, very high larynx. You can see that her jaw's up, and that makes room for the larynx to go higher. My God, I look green now, and I have a bunch of red arrows on me. Look, Ma, I know how to content. So the reason I bring that up is because that sound that she's making, it has a tightness to it. It's not efficient, right? It's not ergonomic. But presumably, we're going to go with that she wants that sound, right? We're just going to give her the benefit of the doubt here. So if you want to have that kind of a tight sound because it's aggressive or it's a tense moment in the song, this is a way to do it. So your false folds in this instance are neutral, which makes going higher difficult anyway, for reasons. And then on top of that, you know, there's that false fold tension. The way that you can accommodate that, or at least make up for it, is by raising the larynx this high. And so that's why she's doing it, is because presumably she wants that sound. And if you want that sound, raising your larynx this high when making that sound kind of offsets a lot of the difficulty that would come from just making the sounds of the false folds being neutral or even together. Unless you're Jasmine Sullivan, then you're just a wizard and you can do everything. The fuck is going on? Yeah, this is going to be a tough one, the isolating with an EQ. Yeah, you can tell. But like, look at how much, even when someone's trying to isolate it, listen to how low, you get that low from Mariah bleeding in. It sounds good together. It does. It's just ridiculous, though. It's like, I don't know. This is preposterous levels of technique. It does sound good, though. That's the problem with this, is that it sounds good, so I can't even be too critical and call it frivolous. So now I have to go sit with myself and justify my music degree to my parents. And they're just going to be like, well, Mariah exists, so you wasted your time and money. I know how to make my parents proud. All right, good. I didn't fuck up. All right, well, let's put that in the jump cut folder. All right. It's easier to do vibrato with whistle. The tricky thing that I mean, I don't practice whistle. I don't aspire to sing with whistle anything. Not because it's just not an ambition of mine. It's not a sound I want to go for. I like opera. I'm an opera file. So the thing that impresses me about whistle with and without vibrato is that it's already difficult, right? If I'm doing this, right, I don't whistle. That's hard enough, right? Now let's do this. That's what's happening, right? So she's going, and it all works, and it's seamless. It's ridiculous. So I should put that in the video. Let's do that. So, okay, the reason why I really find the whistle and then the whistle with vibrato happening is because in a world where you're doing that, let's use a parallel, right? If I'm whistling, right, that's hard enough, right? Now I'm going to whistle and do this and whistle at the same time, which is basically what they're doing. So, yeah, some gymnastics shenanigans there. Give her a gold medal, for God's sakes. I need more decaf latte. Inhale whistles. There's a lot of ways to do it. Like that's an inhale whistle. Sorry, that might be making y'all's ear bleed. I hope not. The microphone should be good enough for that, but you're right though. Actually, that is easier. Huh. I've always had that issue of whistling being hard. Didn't know you can inhale it. I never thought to do it, but that's cool. That is one of the cool things about whistles, in general. The way that the sound is made when you whistle is not at all the same as when you sing. I'm talking about whistling instead of whistle notes, but it has an inhaled phonation. I guess it, yeah. Okay. I can see that. So if I'm doing, it's because the sound source that I'm trying to get is from the vocal folds. If I inhale and the vocal folds are in a particular shape, it recreates, right? So that makes sense to me. But more harmful? In general, whistle is tricky. Your folds could not possibly be more thin with whistle, right? Like, that's as thin as they get. So, you know, when the folds are so thin, They're very easily damaged, which is why women are far more prone to vocal injury, but men, when men do damage to their voice over time, or they're just rough with it over time, they're actually really prone to throat cancer. It's a very common injury, actually, for opera singers who do like bigger rep. One of my favorite baritones of all time died. They like, you have throat cancer, and he's like, how long do I have to sing? Well, you have 7 years to live if you get this. I said, how long do I have to sing? He wouldn't get surgery. Didn't want to lose his voice. I don't have that extremity, you know. Some things that's easy wouldn't really be harmful because it's easy and not strained. I think that's a good, yeah. I think you can run with that pretty well. Note, you sing. Crying puppy. With a huh instead of Okay. I can see that. Okay, that's interesting. As I go for it, like, I can see that. How that would be beneficial. I might use that. I'm gonna steal that. Don't worry, I'll put like a trademark little sign as a property of Think. All right. We've done one video. How much can I get away with before my boss finds out that I have a live stream going? I don't know. Let's find out. A 1? A 2? Please tell me I'm not... Please tell me someone gets that reference. That I'm not so fucking old that a Tootsie Pop commercial is just unrecognizable as a reference. Anyway, I have another one here from Lambley, Queen of Lambley, which, oh my god. Can I tell you, Queen of the edits that they've done, pretty much everything on Queen of Lambley's channel is not copyright claimed. Pretty much everything. And that makes my life so fucking easy. Especially because these selections are so meticulous. Like, kudos. This is so much work. Storage. I love that sound a little too much. Oh, we didn't finish the challenge one. Does anyone really give a shit about fans doing the challenge? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Now I'm scared because of the opera thing you said. Why is it only for men? It's just because I'm not a doctor. What I would imagine is that cancer is a replication of an otherwise functional cell. It's a because every time your cells split, you know, there's a slight, like a super slight change in the DNA. And so as things just get split over time, the likelihood that you will have a cancerous cell increases. So if you're doing really aggressive things with your voice for a long period of time, presumably the healing process involves a lot of splitting of the cells. And so in that region, you would have more cell splitting, and so you'd be more prone to cancer. I think. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't know jack shit about what I'm talking about, but that's what I think. So feel free to go for it. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't give a shit. Not today. I got my hours for my dishwashing job. God damn. They're not bad. They're just so awkward. And I still have to put in 40 hours in my IT job. Often, like, this is what's happening where I don't get any calls. I also have the settings on like low to mark my availability. So it's cool that within the 40 hours I can do this, but I'm still going to be working like 60 something hours a week. And, you know, I'm married. So that's the thing. I thought it was proven already, but it's just, well, I just have a theory. Well, I guess we know that things are carcinogens. We know that of those existing in the world. But you know, I barely ever read. Most of what I know that's like science-y about oh my god, this is hair thing. It's fucking goddamn. Most of what I know about the like technical mechanics of the voice was because my voice teacher, who's amazing, and I can't afford lessons with her, but she has a master's in voice and speech pathology. So she combines Alexander technique and Feldenkrais with sort of like a medical application of information. And so when we would do lessons, and like she started doing Estel, and she's like, this is what I wanted to have. This is what I wanted to make. So I actually have Estel books with me. And I might do a live stream where we just go over that, and then like I'll unlist it after because I don't want to get fucking sued. Estel's a nonprofit, and they definitely watch their shit, so I'd probably unlist it after I did it. But every time I stream, I feel more accountable to things. So it's a way to get me to do things. So that's why I do it so much. All right, enough procrastinating. What is next? Let's look at Queen Elambly. Oh, you know what? I know. Hold on. No. I got this. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Okay? Here's what we're going to do. And no, I'm not fucking doing it. I was joking, but it's funny. I like a joke. Oh, dramatic belts. Ooh. What? With vibrato? Get the fuck out of here. Best video moments? All right. Hold on. It's got to be put in watch together now. In order for you guys to hear it, so. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. That's not, no, I don't want to, who said you can go live? That's not what we do here. Okay. Stop it. There we go. Okay, I was like, who's the demon that's possessed my watch together? There's probably a lot of evidence on it. Timur. I kind of want to look through it and just see. I don't read enough of, like, I stopped reading on stuff. It's not that I have stopped learning. But I need to be more active. There's probably some sort of podcast or... I wonder if Estel has an audiobook. Because I'm allowed to wear headphones at my dishwashing job. What the what? She's yodeling on a whistle. That is completely ridiculous. So as far as we understand with whistles, unless like something new came out that I don't know about, which is totally probable, because, you know, shit is fast with science. But as far as I know, with whistles, the vocal tract is so small that you can't fit any observable instruments in there. Like I said, that might have changed. But what we are pretty sure about is that the vocal folds take a shape very similar to, right, whistling. Why it's so ridiculous that she's yodeling with it is that she can get it into that precise spot so easily that she can have her folds like fat and singing and going, and then just pop into that exact precise whistle, which is insane. Yeah. Wait, is this the meme one? What do you mean this is a meme? Is this not real?
Me tonight, tonight, tonight.
Is this not real? Now I feel like an idiot. It says that the risk doesn't increase because singer is kind of skeptical about the females and the males thingy causing technically both run the same risk. Really? Okay. That one I didn't check. That was just like a vocal coach told me type thing. Someone's saying this is a meme. Is this a meme? Like, should I not be watching this and doing an analysis because I'll look like a fucking idiot? Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, like this is fucking... Yeah. I'm so afraid to say negative things. So, thank you for that. I kind of want to just keep doing it, though. All right. Yeah, there's a I didn't want to say anything. There's I'm not sure if John Petrucci took it down. Is this I want to see the fake one. Maybe I don't have... Who's the guitarist for fucking Jesus, what's the Dream Theater? John Petrucci. Okay. John Petrucci's a madman who also lifts, bruh. John Petrucci fake lesson. Is this the one? Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't want to fucking touch that with a 10-foot pole. Yeah. I'm glad someone said something because I would have totally gone through that and just be like, I would just sit on the holy shit, this is fucking weird and awful. All right. What am I fucking doing with my life? Mariah videos. I kind of want to just like do it and be like, oh my god, the line, it's so elegant. Dramatic belts. That's just probably something that people are interested in. It's having a satisfying feel to them. I don't want to do belts. I want to stick with Mariah. I want to hear something out of Mariah that I don't really know about. I don't think I've heard a lot of her early stuff. Let's do maybe like an age. Part 2. Where's part 1? All right.
Until forever.
Okay. That is a terrible image to freeze on. That's awful. I feel bad that I paused on that. Oh my god. All right. Horrendous. All right, let's watch it. Let's do it. So I am a Mariah noob, and I really haven't heard much of the progression or the transformation of her voice over time. I've heard the extremes, the young and the old, but not like the in-between. So here we go. I'm sorry, but there is no way that this is not going to get claimed. There's no way. That was more than 7 seconds, right? Yeah, that was 7 seconds. This will get claimed. Well, rip the live stream AdSense. We'll skip around. About the tone, easiness, overall health. We're talking about the videos marking about vocal health. So it's interesting here as opposed to later. Like Mariah's doing a lot more to make the lows sound more present. I don't know if I particularly care for the tone, but when she goes and does her lows very different as she ages, I actually like that they kind of disappear. So, you know, everybody is different in terms of taste, but let's talk about how she gets those lows to be more present. So if you don't have a low voice by nature, and you're going down into the basement, there are 2 ways, and you can combine them, that you can get lower frequencies. Let's bring out the spectrogram. Daydream. It's not like, that's like people who do super demanding opera rolls. Acoustic snippets. I love story. I love her voice, her vocal harmonies. It's a good note change in this piece of mess, though. Yeah, I kind of want to do it. Let's see. Is that the pound per Spectrogram, that's what we're doing. And Essel's gonna have me sign in again for the umpteenth time. Yep. As you do. I can't use that browser. I have to use this browser. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at some emails of things. All right. I want to include I want to include the whistle thing in the video. Let me see. Okay. Gonna bring this. So yeah, super elegant. I love it. Do I even have a second video? I don't. It's alright, I have enough shorts to last me an eternity. And by eternity, I mean 2 weeks. So. Just moving files around. Sorry, y'all. I'm just tired today. Traditionally, I would just have not streamed because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, but like I like this. I've decided that I enjoy this. So, it's nice. It's like I like this and there's a lot going on in life that I'm bitter about. So having this is really, really nice. So thank you for watching my stupid double headphone hair face. Kind of random, but I love her acoustic stuff. I lost hope in Mariah's vocals after 2022. Did I hear the CBS? Yeah, it's a fucking mess. That's why I didn't do it. I looked, there's a couple of recordings that are like, I could clip up for the CBS thing, but God, I don't know. Like, I get why Mariah does it. Like, even if Mariah isn't in great voice, if you got tickets to the concert, you'd probably still go. I would still go. So, you know, and people, I don't know. But yeah, I'd had to turn it off, which was depressing. You know, you don't want to. I mean, people have walked out of Joan Sutherland performances and Pavarotti performances too, but it's just, it's a shame because, you know, if you're rooting for Mariah and you hear that, it's not what you want to see. Chain bracelet era, to me, the sound is both weaker and stronger. She's relying a lot on her softer tones, but the high notes on a very high live. Lately, she sounds over-processed, and it makes me sad. I think that, though, that's kind of the style. That's what people are used to now. And I don't like it. When it started happening in like the 2000s. In the 90s, people really valued, because it goes back to that false fold thing, right? If I do like, poets often use many words to say a simple thing. I love that sound. But what you'd hear now is, poets often use many words to say a simple thing, right? Yeba does it in a way I enjoy. I fuck with Yeba. Her whistles are mostly intact. Her belt suffered a lot. Yeah, I can see that. She's got to go down in key. You know, when an opera singer has a kid, or ages, they don't sing the high shit anymore, for the most part. It's not always true. But for the most part, yeah. Overall, 22 is just a weak vocal year. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, don't find my stream, boss. Don't do it. Yeah. I don't think she will regain. I think she needs to adjust with what it is now. You don't think she's warming up? She doesn't seem to care anymore, and that's the problem? It's maybe. I don't know. I'm hesitant to say that without knowing more. As much as I love her, I couldn't go because I would be nervous for her, and I know that what is lipped and what isn't, and it would be upset me too much. There are several recordings of just people with their phones live at that thing. That's all undubbed. Fuck, man. I don't know. I saw Renee Fleming in like her last performance. She was doing Rusalka. And I swear to God, I get chills remembering it. I did not know that such beautiful sounds could exist in this world. I shit you not. I liked Renee. I was like not on the hype train for Renee. And then I heard, I was like, fuck. My girlfriend at the time was just crying. And I was like, what the fuck? It was amazing. And then she went into Act 2. A lot of runs in Act 2. And she struggled. Not something like Renee Fleming is a paragon of vocal technique. And she struggled with the runs. Why? She was older. She had kids. Her voice got bigger. As much as or did she get the nodules removed secretly and her voice is this because of the consequences of the surgery? I don't know. Right? We have to guess because Mariah probably won't sit down and do an interview and be like, this is why my voice is struggling right now, right? The Lambs would like it and appreciate and respect it, but god damn, people would just tear her apart. No, I doubt she got them removed, though. That is a logical assumption. There could be a lot of reasons, right? It's just we don't know. Ethics of ambiguity, Simone de Beauvoir. Except, totally not what that thesis was about. What was I fucking going on about? I don't know, just like talking to y'all. What is watching? Oh, the lows. That's interesting. Let's talk about that. Because Mariah's lows come up often. And it's, I think it's over-indexed. People, it seems to be like a lot of people have this idea of like what's good and kind of like a singular, like, you know, something is good, something is bad. That's not how it works. All right, fuck it. I guess I have to do it with window capture. And really, I can't do it here. I have to be able to do it here. Fucking NDI. Oh, wait. Do I do that? Is that gonna work? Wait, what are we doing? It's not. I don't think this is working. Voice print. Okay, cool. Yeah, we made it work. Okay. So there are two ways. I mean, there are more than two ways. We're going to talk about two ways to get your lows to be more present. The first is I'm going to extend my vocal tract. I'm going to do that by lowering my larynx and pursing my lips. I'll start by not doing it, and then I'll do it, and you'll see the frequencies change. Big change, right? And you can see that the lows there, you can see that the lows there are far more pronounced. But there's another way to do it. The human ear is tuned in such a way that higher frequencies are far more audible. And you can get overtones on your low notes, so that means there are higher frequencies, and people will perceive the fundamental. They'll perceive the low note, but they'll hear a lot of higher frequencies. So that's why, like, she was using in that recording, like, super bright vowels. So that looks like na, wa, right? So if I combine the two, right there, you can see the lows when I extend the larynx, and then how the highs come in and the lows disappear when I use a brighter vowel. This shit I love. I love this stuff. It's literally like, it's like perfect. It's like a one-to-one example of this. So yeah, I think that's cool. That might be one of my favorite instances of the spectrogram coming up to explain that. Okay. Let's see. Like, listen to how much lighter her voice is. See, I love that. I love that sound, right? Obviously, when she's younger and the voice is lighter, that's going to be, has more facility. But this sound is so nice. The tone quality is, I'm here for it. This is what... And Lord okay, okay. We got, when opera singers are shoehorned into pop music, I you know, love Pavarotti's voice, but this has always been... Yeah, so this is like, with vocal agility, like, I saw Renee Fleming live, and it was brilliant. It was great. The tone quality, I didn't know sounds like that could exist in this world. It was that beautiful. I shit you not. I wasn't even on the hype train. I was like, yeah, Renee's good. She's great. Whatever. And then I heard her live and I was like, fuck. That swallowed thing that you hear in the recordings does not translate in a live performance. I just don't think that those frequencies carry, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, the point is that when I heard her in Act 2 of Rusalka, the vocal agility was just like not there. And so, yeah, there is a part of this that's just age. It's interesting, the statement that Queen is making on the nasality. I feel like the soft palate is drooped a little bit. So that's actually, that would make sense, the nasal quality. So if you have a droop palate, there's a ton of reasons why you'd have a droop palate. If I do inhale K, my soft pallet's gonna lift. Okay, and if you do like like the French thing, or like if you know what an umlaut is, so do the inhale K, and then right, and you can feel that droop in the soft palate, and so that's what I think is going on here. Yeah, and that also makes it difficult, because usually the reasons why. Hold on. Am I getting DMCA'd right now, by the way? Mariah streams are the scariest fucking thing in the world to me. It's my only copyright strike came from Mariah live stream. Okay, I'm good. I'm live. Sweet. Okay. Why isn't it updating? The chat is not updating. I'm not here for it. All right. She should just write songs with more comfortable range. I think so too, Derek. I think that that's a... Some air in the nasal cavity? I don't know. There's uses for it. There are like legitimate... It makes singing easier. Because like the nasal, the air releasing through the nose is like an escape valve. So if you're doing like harsh vocals or very difficult techniques, one of the exercises that, I'm not sure, it was Renee Fleming's student who taught my friend this, and wouldn't take me on as a student. I'm not bitter about it. But what he would do is when trading high notes, he'd do, let's see, do I have it? No. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'll tell my wife she's amazing because she is. Saying here. Let's do E maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Is it V? It was the exercise, and the idea is that VE keeps the tongue. Was that? The idea is that the E vowel keeps the tongue forward. So anyway, I gotta film that now. So one of the one of the shit is just pausing on me. What are you doing, OBS? Are you being nasty to me again? Yeah, I love resonance. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. It's actually why I like a lot of the beatboxing stuff, because you have a lot more use cases for like even just like right? If you don't have resonance, right? You fuck with that stuff and it's really fun. There are a lot of exercises for opera singers that focus on that. Anyway. So. My recording will not record. Let's try starting and stopping it. And I'll sit on the V. Say, baby, do you want to get down with me? Say, baby, do you want to get down by my side, baby? Say, baby. Say, baby. Yeah, my shit's not recording. Luckily, and this is one of the benefits of this, I am not streaming on this PC. The NDI is about to go to shit. Okay, NDI is about to go to shit, but it'll come back soon. All right. Now we're back. Cool. All right. Now let's see if this will work. So you can make some good exercises about this, right? You do E vowel, which is forward, and then you can do a French nasal or an umlaut. And then from there, you can kind of change the vowel around. But that's not really what's happening. There are so many reasons why the soft palate would get drooped and why the larynx would get pulled down. There's a lot of posture things that can happen. So, you know, there's a lot of recordings of Mariah, right? So you're going to find some not great days because she's a person. But that is fucking dope. and yes, that is the technical term. Dope. We also accept doperino, but you know, that's if you're feeling edgy. Let's talk about what support actually physically is, and then that's easier to talk about what Queen is pointing out here. Okay, so these are the intercostal muscles. Okay, so these are the intercostal muscles, okay? So what's nice about these is that when they contract, okay, they actually kind of lift up the rib cage. So that's important because the lungs don't have structure of their own, okay? It's why when you have a collapsed lung, it's so dangerous. What happens is that the lungs are connected to the rib cage and the lining of the torso via like a mucus-like substance, okay? So when you close, rather you contract your intercostal muscles, what happens is that your rib cage kind of like goes like this, right? So that's what we generally call support. Now, it's worth mentioning that damn near every single muscle in the torso is stronger than the intercostal muscles. So if you're trying to contract this way, right, and then you have your lats going down this way, well, your lats are way fucking stronger, right? So yes, it does become difficult to support, if this is the definition of support that you want to go with, that's what I use. But if you're, yeah. I think the recording fucked up a little bit. Let me check. It's not going well. Fucking problems right now. I think there's just way too much silence. Let me see. Oh, it's doing it again. Or it won't stop the fucking recording. Fucking hate this shit. I need to get a better computer. Yeah, it's not ending the recording. So I need to record that bit again. I have no idea what's going on with OBS and why it's like this. Alright. NDI is going to disappear again. Oops. Why is it in... God damn it. Okay, well, whatever. You have to re-film this. So, these are the intercostal muscles, okay? And if you contract them, the rib cage spreads out like this, right? All of a sudden, it's like that. So the reason why this is support is that the lungs don't have a structure of their own. They are attached to the inner lining of the torso, and of course that means that if the rib cage moves, the lungs move, right? So yeah, the lungs don't have any structure of their own. There's so many things that get in the way of support. One of the most obnoxious things that is so hard to get rid of if you have it. If you have a tight back, right? That's your lat. Your lats are way stronger than your intercostal muscles. It's not even close. So if your lats are down, you don't have this support. Now let's talk also about like why does contracting and why does this with the rib cage matter? What is happening with that drooped quality that Queen is talking about is that drooping of the soft palate helps relieve a lot of the pressure from the air. It's a little bit of a release valve. And so, you know, if you have a lot of air, more than is something you can manage, having the escape valve is nice. But if you're supporting and your intercostal muscles are contracted, you don't have a bunch of the larger muscles like your pecs, your traps, your lats, like none of that is giving a lot of pressure. You're suspending the lungs there. They're not exhaling, right? They're not pushing out like this, right? They're like this. So the air comes out slower, which is very, very important to when you're trying to hit higher notes. And man, this is going to be a long one. Hold on. Okay, so why does less air make high notes easier? One of the ways, yeah, I think it's safe to say one of the primary ways the vocal folds duct come together has to do with the Bernoulli effect. Now, what is the Bernoulli effect? If I blow through these, you would expect that the papers blow apart, right? Well, let's see what happens. They're coming closer together. The reason why that is happening is that I am, with my breath, pushing the pressure. I'm making the pressure, the air pressure inside the two cards less than the pressure from outside. So nature abhors a vacuum, boom. So if that is why the folds come together and thicken up, that is why if I don't blow more through it, they don't come together as much, right? And so that's what's happening, right? The air is getting in the way of the pitch because there's too much coming out because the intercostal muscles are either not contracted or, and this is more likely the case, the larger muscle groups are making it very difficult to do that. See you, G sharp 5. I gotta refresh chat. I might be missing some of this stuff. She raised the key there because the original wrote the song Gloria Estefan. I don't know much about Estefan. Tommy heard it and he said, you gotta keep that for yourself. That's funny. If I wrote a song and Mariah was like, this is neat. It was actually the Lambs have like a saying, right? They have a saying where it's like, once Mariah covers your song, it's no longer yours. That's what it is, something like that. All right. Let me refresh. All right. Okay. So the nasality could easily be a consequence of the particular performance, or it could just be that she, isn't sleeping. There's a lot of reasons why you can have tension, so it's hard to say.
So when you feel like home is so
Like, look at even the posture between supported and unsupported. Let's zoom this in. So look at the shoulders in particular.
So when you feel like home is so
Also, just sorry to do that real quick. That is actually a really helpful thing to lift your arms up, because it does get some stuff out of the way. You just got to be careful if you're lifting it and your back is contracting. But lifting your arms does actually help with high notes. It's not just people being dramatic, although that happens too. So that you can tell that the torso is not as, it doesn't move as freely in these specific clips. I also want to, there's another way to introduce this concept that's a little bit more visible. Okay, so you can tell the camera angle doesn't change, right? The chair is not that much farther back. Now, this is the time lapse of me. I was trying to, my face there. I was trying to teach a student about this and why meditation works, because the more relaxed you are, generally speaking, your muscles do not contract as much. So watch this time lapse. I'm just chilling out and breathing. I watch the difference between the traps and how they're on the chair, right? So you can literally see the difference with your own eyes. So, you know, that's just me relaxing my back. So that's why posture is such a key part of the conversation when we talk about support. Oh, she wrote it for her? Cool. Good. That's another thing that'd be really cool, right? Right for Mariah Carey. Frankly, I'd be terrified, but I'm also not like a songwriter. So like, if you asked me to write a song, I'd be like, all right.
You can survive. So when you feel at home, just go.
Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, man, that's hard to hear.
Just go.
She performs so much. She's so proactive about touring. You know, she's a generous performer. There's a reason why lambs are fucking crazy. It's not an accident. Mariah Carey is extremely generous as a performer. She tours a lot. She is so willing to talk to people in public and be gracious. You know, so that uses your voice a lot. All of that, right? Even the talking to people.
When you feel at home, just go.
So you can hear also another way to have a release valve of the air. We talked about nasality, but you can flip your folds, and that's what we call falsetto, right? If your folds are not adducting and they're not thinning out because there's too much air, well, you can just flip them open, and the edges of the folds will vibrate. And so, and there's a whole range of motion, right? There's a whole range of motion here. So do you want to, you know, you can release a lot, right? That's people will say it's head voice, right? And what they'll mean by head voice is that there's some connection, but then there's not some connection, right? And you just transition to your top like this. That's the ideal. And so when we're listening to Mariah here, listen to that kind of sizzle, air leaking quality.
You can survive. So when you feel at home, just go away.
So that would be an instance. It's also difficult a little bit because Mariah has nodules. You don't hear it in the belting because nodules are not. Belting is just going to make the folds fat, which is good for when you want to sound powerful, right? But this is still very breathy. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't think that that's a bad thing. It's a way around some of the problems I just discussed. Oh, that's cool. See, I like doing this because you all have like things that you teach me. It's fun. God, I work for fucking 3 more hours. Double headphones is hard, by the way. It's not something I like to do. Am I in trouble with my boss yet? Nope. All right. So what I think is going on here that makes it work is that she's trying to get her depth back, and it sounds pretty thin. That's not what's happening here, in my opinion. Biologically couldn't bring back the depth. She sung hard songs for 8 years at that point. Yeah. So I don't agree with this, and I'll explain why. So remember when we're talking about the intercostal muscles, right? What's another way to have less breath coming out of your mouth as part of the equation? A smaller inhale. If you inhale less breath, oh, okay, that's my face again. There we go. Okay. If you inhale less breath, you will not have as much of a time difficultly exhaling, right? So people who really utilize this, like Ariana, a very dramatic example of that would be Yeba. But that's what we're hearing. And that's why the quality of this tone is much closer to speech.
You can survive. So when you feel at home, just go away.
Like if you pay attention to her inhales, that's really what gives it away. Right? Like her, it's just, it is dramatically different, but she's, you know, her posture is not bad here, but the breaths are not as big, and that affects the sound. So, of course, that means we have to bring out the spectrogram. All right, well, let's just, so I'll gonna exhale everything. I won't, because it's, you know, I would die. No, I don't even want to sing. All right, so that's a very, very tiny breath, okay? It may sound like it has more depth because I, thyroid cartilage tilt and the operatic technique stuff is definitely aimed at that. But now look what happens when I take a big breath. And then we'll show what the consequences of a big breath are when I contract. No. It's a warmer, bigger sound on every part of the range, despite the fact that the high note splatted. So this one, you don't even need a spectrogram for. You're going to hear this night and day. I'm going to hold a longer note. I'm going to go away from the microphone because I like your ears and I don't want them to bleed. But I'm going to sing a higher note. And as I sing it, I'll contract, and you'll see it. No. Boom. Right there. Like clockwork. The drooping happens. And there are even other reasons, but I don't know. This video is already incredibly long, but I don't know. Lambs seem to like the length, so. Okay. Get your mind out of the gutter. The other thing that happens with, if you contract the back, there's a muscle that connects to the bottom of the larynx and goes all the way back. No pun intended, but I'll take it. And it's attached to the scapula, okay? So when you contract your back, you're actually pulling down on the muscles called the omohyoid, right? So it's from here, and it goes all the way to here. So if this happens, boom, the larynx gets it's pulled down. And then you get another reason why support is very difficult. So yeah, posture, it's a fundamental. That's I mean, I opened the door for it, McDonald's. I mean, you know, like, open the door. Man, this is a suggestive stream. That's what this is. As I correct my double mic fucking headset fuck. And so this is the result of working a job and making a video at the same time. I mean, I'm not working, but I'm practicing working. Isn't that right, boss man? Totally not filming this at my job. That is remote. You can even see it. So, you know, opera usually has a pretty big inhale. You can kind of see it in the difference between these, the posture of these two. Also, it's worth mentioning, that's a fucking tight dress. And so, I don't know, like, that might have something to do with it because wardrobe. But if you look at Pavarotti, his posture is he's like that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I think that that's super cringe and like cheesy to shoehorn opera into something, god damn, Pavarotti's voice is amazing. It's so attractive. Now this is nice. This is nice. I wish she would do more of this now, where she actually, you know, doesn't make the music as challenging as she's known for. Because let's be real, her tone is beautiful. Mariah has a beautiful sound, and we get to see it on display here. So this is a smaller breath, but she's in her low range. She's tilting her thyroid cartilage and retracting her false folds, all of which add depth. So she has like this very small inhale. Oh, it's often used many words to say a simple thing. You don't need much air for, you know, the folds to adduct. For women, or I should say estrogen-laden folds are the size of a dime. And for men, a nickel, basically. It's roughly those sizes. So you don't have to have a lot of air. And so she is able to control the tone quality as well with that breath. I'm being told that at the end of this performance, she's moved to tears. Little one shouldn't know, but I close my eyes as I look at the moon. Maybe I grew up a little too. That's so hard. If like singing, oh my god, I sang at my grandmother's funeral, and it was so fucking hard. You know, you want to talk about breath management. I mean, Jesus, it's when you're that upset. Yeah. You can have me when you want me. But you got this far beyond compare. When So I also think like this is of the time. Like Mariah Carey is a pop artist, right? Like as much as she also does R&B and some other really interesting stuff, she's a pop artist. So if the aesthetic of the time is way more speech level type singing, then that's what she's gonna do. So you know, that's my opinion. I like to think of things as like cause and effect, and I really like to give the artist the benefit of the doubt. Queen of Lambley is way more into and familiar with Mariah than I am, so so this is interesting that this is kind of what people are getting out of the tone differences. That is what we talked about on the low end. That's really nice to see it. The other thing about this too is there's something called a proximity effect. Spectrogram. So watch as I get closer to the mic, you're going to see a boost in lower frequencies. No. Right? So you can see that like the brightness of the lines here denote how loud it is. Yeah, so by getting close to the microphone where you get that nice radio voice, that's a really good mic technique to have when you want your lower notes to project more. It's a very stark difference, isn't it? Nice editing. That's fun. The other thing here too is that, and again, this is idiomatic of the time, the false folds here are retracted. That's what gets that nice, nah, like that kind of like really vibrant sound. Oh, it's often used, right? That stuff. What Mariah's doing here is actually the false folds are coming together and kind of grinding a little bit. And that creates that sort of distortion. So if you actually want to do that, this is probably going to make a few people cringe, especially anyone who's classical leaning, but I was worried for a second. I thought I was going to lose that footage. It took very long. Looks like some of my footage came back. I'm not sure if I deleted it or what. 3 seconds? Okay, well, you're gone. Luckily, I found you. Hold on. I need to check out which ones. That's fine. Yep, that's gone. Lesage bloopers. I'm a Primus fan. Cool. And then this is where I thought the footage was. And then do I have to repeat myself here? I'll keep it both in. Whatever. Ain't no one got time. I have to keep refreshing chat. So the difference here, this is interesting. If you want to experience the technique, yeah, very little air, okay? It's a running theme here. Because she does very challenging things, she needs to be very careful about how much breath she puts behind it. So, for the purposes of getting this kind of false full distortion, we're going to start with exhaling everything, right? You'll be fine. There's still air there. You're not going to die. And now we're out of air, right? So then, as you do that, as you're on the tail end of that exhale, start to like go through the motions of starting to hold your breath, but don't actually hold your breath. I don't do that often because it's not my thing. I sing opera, but that's the idea behind it. Right? Not my jam. And so what we're talking about here is actually two very different techniques. Whoa. I'm having trouble getting through this. It's not that I don't like the video. It's fucking tired. We'll make it, though. Well, I'll live on a DMC aid.
Mariah, take us higher. Break down. Soon as I get home, I'll make it up to you. Incredible.
I love this tone, actually. It's really nice.
Anyway, her album is incredible. Living in the memory of a song in your eyes. I can see you clearly, vividly.
God, this is crazy that everybody is like, could you imagine having a career that's so like nitpicked and analyzed? I'm not saying like this video is inappropriate. I mean, shit, I'm doing the same thing, right? But it's God, that's got to be tough, like mentally. That's got to be really hard. Question, if you don't mind, why do voice types only matter in opera? Anytime you have a casting call, so you have an opera, you have a choir, you have a musical theater, you have an existing piece of music where the composer, puts voices in certain circumstances. So the idea behind a voice type is this idea that if you're going to a casting call, you're basically saying, okay, this section of music that the composer is doing, I'm comfortable in that, right? So if you have a tenor 2, they're not gonna go high flying all the time. A tenor 1 is gonna do that. There is also a little bit about that is a kind of matter of technique. It's not like, yeah, people are born with what they're born with, but you can use technique to kind of change things up a little bit. Baritone technique and opera and tenor technique are very different. Like very different. So the reason why I say voice types don't exist outside of those areas is because their utility ends up being not useful. There is no, like, you can't, you are not born baritone, tenor, right? These are human beings, so the voice, the spectrum of possibilities is massive. So when you have someone who's writing their own music, or there's a microphone involved, which can dramatically change technique, the utility of voice classifications just kind of die, right? Like, what's the point? What benefit is there? We can use that to talk about, like, it could be a conversation starter, right? You can say, like, well, you know, Mariah's this kind of soprano or that kind of soprano in different areas because of these qualities. But it's often treated as, like, right or wrong. Like, she's a mezzo. No, she's not a mezzo. She's a soprano. No, she's not a soprano. She's a contra. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, there's more than fucking 3 things about the human voice. It's interesting. And I think that when you bring in voice types into genres that don't benefit from the utility of them, I think it does a disservice. It limits the conversation. That's why. That's why I don't do it for pop. It's a decline from Daydream, but her voice, I mean, no matter what Mariah era you're going in, that tone quality is fucking beautiful.
I feel good. I feel nice. I've never felt so.
Okay, so I'm totally glad, depending on the amount of sleep. Sleep is so important. I don't know many people who can not sleep and then be totally, their posture is like totally legit. That's one of the hardest things about being a vocalist who's known for difficult music and then touring like she did and probably does. It's very difficult. So I'm glad this was brought up. It just still fucks me up. Like, it's just fucking whistles. All right, NDI had to go down again. Sorry, y'all. OBS is fucking tripping up on my main PC. It's really struggle busing. All right, that should be up again, right? You guys see that? Emotions higher than the heaven above. She writes some good music too. It's very nice. She's got talent. She's very good. Okay. Can you imagine how amazing that would be? Like, you're so successful that, like, someone's translating your awesomeness in another language. I really do wonder if we could go over her touring schedule and see between these two albums how much touring she was doing. I'm not gonna lie, this is just absolute madness. I'll show it on the screen. All right, I can't like see where this stuff begins and ends because like this is concert tours, 6 shows, right? So Music Box 93, 6, 96, 7 shows, 8, 11, right? 69 shows, 2003, 2004. Ridiculous. And then that's not even like her concert residencies, right? 4 residencies, 4 performances for this residency. And this is the, oh God, okay, hold on. But is that really the, okay, well, I guess residencies are a new thing people do. Fuck, look at this. It's ridiculous, 56. And then you have the TV performances, right? Like, there is not a time in Mariah's career where she's not on big, big stages here. And it just, like, as you scroll down, it just kind of takes you longer and longer, right? So I think there is something to say about she was singing a lot, and she probably was more stressed out, probably didn't get as much sleep, stuff like that. I don't think that that's the extent of the explanation, but there is something to be said about that, which is why I'm happy that Queen kind of brought it up. I gotta keep refreshing this. I hate it. Let's see what's new. All right. Let's do it.
密着取材しちゃいました。さて、ファンが熱狂したマライアの公演も優雅でおしまい。ワールド
Didn't she have like like an abusive relationship at this time too? Like like she was being pushed around by like labels. I don't know when that happened, but that would also affect this quite a bit, right? I mean, just the amount of performances in this period of time is ludicrous. Y'all think touring might be fun? It sucks. Like the first like 2 shows, you know, you're traveling, you're like, this is cool. By like the 4th, have you ever been on a cruise? It's like being on a cruise, right? 2 weeks on a boat, fucking great. When you're getting to the 3rd week, you're like, I don't want to be on a fucking boat. That's what touring is like. But I think objectively, I think the ease of the song I love that. I love that. Oh, get that rasp going. Yes. I love that. Yeah, that's super clean. But it is clean. It's really nice and it's pristine. But I love me some rasp. So
Make it have fun, gonna make it and
I like that tone. I can see that it sounds a little out of control maybe, but I like it, so. Apparently, I'm being told that the divorce was fresh right around this time, but she was still under the label. I don't care. Divorce is fucking hard, no matter what the state of the relationship is. It's just it'll upend everything for you. So there is a bit of rasp there, but I totally get what he's being said.
on your knees tonight and pray to the Lord. He's gonna make it happen. If you look inside your heart, let me hear you. Away, yes. And then it heals when you feel like hope is gone.
Oh, God. Look at that comfort as a performer. That's insane to me. She's so comfortable.
Look inside you when you're strong. It's a long road. Yes, it is. When you face the world alone. Time
She's like just
you'll find the way.
That is the most like prominent example of that low technique thing. So when people said her lows have disappeared over time, she's not doing this that I've seen in later performances. Let's take a closer look.
Because you know you can. Because you know you
Right? Like that's preposterous. I like it. Yeah, no, I imagine like rasp is a quality that it's interesting how split people get on that, especially on different genres. Oh, no. We don't speed this up. We're not speeding this up. Get it the fuck out of here. Good. 4 seconds. Oh, that's because I canceled it, right? Good, yeah. Do I have my jump cuts on here? I can't tell if the jump cuts run, but whatever. It doesn't seem like there's that much dead space in that particular section of the video, so. All right, let's finish this.
because you know you can. Believe somehow the one that I needed. I felt so alone.
You can, the level of comfort in her body language is so palpable. It's really interesting. And I wonder, because Queen is saying that this affects, well, the tone is very nice in this era. I really wonder if it's just the level of comfort physically that is happening here.
The one that I needed. I felt so alone. I realized
runs, it's funny, she's actually playing with the runs in a ways that she didn't do before. So she, in this one right here, she was using aspirates, so she's using an H sound. Right, so that's those are aspirate abrupts. What are aspirate abrupts? Let's bring out the spectrogram. Okay, so in this instance, we're actually not going to look at the blue graph. We're going to look at the beige waveform. Okay. So for this particular part, we're actually not going to look at the blue part of these. We're going to actually just look at the waveforms, which is the little beige part. Aspirate abrupt, ha, ha, right? And that happens because there's a lot of air very quickly, right? The Bernoulli effect, the intercostals and all that stuff that we talked about, that is a quick puff of air, and that the folds come together quite quickly. And that's what she's doing to kind of give the attack on those runs. Conversely, we have aspirate graduals. Right, look at that V shape. That's gradual. And that's just slowly putting the air out to where the folds gradually come together. And she has every bit of ability to do this, but it's just really cool to see and watch her do it in a way that is useful in a musical phrase. Now, in the second part of this run, we're going to get, it's going to be interesting. We're going to like this. Pops. So those are glottals. What are glottals? Hold your breath, and then sing from there. Also has a very similar shape to the aspirate abrupt. It's a very good like attack kind of on the. When I say attack, sounds are described as an envelope. Okay, so there's attack, sustain, decay. As I burp. And so that's the envelope. So if you're doing an aspirate gradual, the attack is very gradual. If you're doing an abrupt, the, you know, hello, right? So glottals are the same thing. Well, no, I mean, they're not technically the same thing, but they achieve the same thing musically. See, this is when I see this and people are like, her lows disappear. Look at the mic technique and the difference between what we've talked about before and what this is right now. Right? Total difference. It's a very marked, it's a noticeable difference. She's still using the proximity effect. She's still pursing her lips, but it's not to the same extent that it was. So whether or not you think that that's a good or a bad thing, it is. As in, it exists.
No. Yeah, all eyes in you. Can I bring somebody up on stage? Come on. Sing louder. Up there, let me hear you too.
Nice. Oh, good job, Queen. This is a shit ton of work. Good job. And thank you for this work. Yeah, okay. So there's a lot more to this evolution. It's amazing that we have so much. I have so much to watch and learn. It's kind of nice. I want to go back to the meme one. I want to like do this on the ending of every video. So you can really see how when you're trying to get those sounds, the way that the face structured is structured, I mean, everything affects resonance, right? That's the whole shtick of the human voice, right? If you have a longer throat, your notes have more lower resonance, so. Love it. I love the energy she's putting into it.
And then a hero comes along. We know you can survive. So when you feel like home.
Okay, I know this is supposed to be a joke section of the video, but that is way too much beard. For me. I don't want to like face shame, but that's not for me. That said, I'm a little bit more for the femmes. So people like that beard sometimes. It's really good for them.
And you find
Look at how she works the camera. Phenomenal. I'm actually going to let that one speed up. What song are you going to read from the CBS special? I have, there is one that I thought was pretty good. Let me see. It's the only one on YouTube that was like officially released, unless they released the entire special. It's like a really nice like winter tune. I forget which one. And I was going to do it, but I don't know. I need to get better at like clips and managing that. It sucks so much because I don't have, like, Resolve is not working on my machine. It's giving me this weird robot sound, and I can't find a reason why that is. So I can't really bring in videos and edit this shit. I can do it in OBS, but OBS is not a video editor. OBS is not good at starting and stopping because it doesn't operate on what's called a keyframe. So, like, if you start an OBS video and you're recording it, it might be very choppy because all of a sudden, like, they're like, nope, that's not a keyframe. We're just going to fucking skip that, and then we're going to go over here. So, but I only have access to OBS. I used to use Filmora, and I like Filmora. It's less robust than Resolve, but it's simple. It like makes like chroma key stuff very easy, and the special effects are it's the kind of the idiot's guide to video editing. That's kind of what I would say Filmora is. So I like that, but it's just I don't have it, so that sucks. The version I had is like no longer available, I think. So here we are. The other computer can use Resolve, but then there's an audio video desync that is fucked up. The difference between one of the things I do for tech support is I help people with and like Macs and iPhones versus Androids and PCs. The second I get into a Mac, I'm like, the fuck is this? Same with the iPhones. I don't have no idea. Now you can text again. Nice. All right. 3 hours is a pretty damn good stream. It used to be the case that I just wouldn't be able to do this. I just felt the need to like be performative. But yeah, this might be one of my longer streams where I'm just like, fuck it. I should give less shits more often. I'm gonna call my wife. I'm so lost with this dumb phone. I hate it. Yeah. My brother got an iPhone and he switched over. And I will say, so I have an iPad and I have an iPencil. And I will say, that shit, the user experience is fucking seamless. It's so nice. Like, I can understand why people like their Apple products, right? It just works. But then the pencil broke, and I had to pay fucking $60 to replace the fucking pencil, to which I said, nope. So now I don't have an iPad with an iPencil, because that shit's for rich people. Yep. Anyway. Yeah, if you're used to one system and you try to do another, it's not good. I am... Make sure I don't get fired at this point. Fuck. Like, so it's a 1099 position. But I only get paid when I'm on the phone. So, has anyone called today? I don't know. For the last 3 hours, have you guys heard a phone ring? I'm getting like the equivalent of $5 an hour. But I'm also working with like no one fucking calls. But the busiest time is from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. So that's why I'm like really stressed and bummed, because I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Then get some sleep, do another session of phone calls, and I also will be streaming at that time frame. Then I go to my dishwashing job, which is from 3 to 7. So that's what? That's 15 hours of work in a day? Jesus, I don't even know. Yeah. Yeah, that's 15 hours of work in a day. So I'm not excited about that at all. So. And you might think, why not just quit the IT job? And the answer is, I really, really, really want to work from home, and I want to make it work, because the more control I have over my schedule, the more control I have over my moods. And I mentioned it like twice on the channel in like various videos, but I have bipolar disorder. I'm medicated, it's fine, right? I've lived it my entire life. I've had 20-something years of therapy. Like, I'm pretty okay with it. But the consequences of me being hyper tired are significantly worse than a lot of instances. I mean, working 15 hours can make anyone fucking cranky, but it's hard. It's hard. I have to pay attention and focus on my thoughts and my moods. The more tired I am. So, yeah, the hustle. I don't advocate for 15 hours of work a day. I don't advocate for it. I only have to do 3 days a week. And then the other 2 are 12-hour days. So, yeah. You don't have to go on about that. That's not... There's even more to it. It's loaded. There's a lot. But, you know, life has its bumps, and, you know, I can't bitch every time I have a hard time. It's fine. Yeah, my husband, he doesn't sleep. Yeah, the medication I'm on now, oh my God, it's so nice. Speaking of which, I should actually take it right now. It puts me to fucking sleep like crazy, which is why I take it not on the job. Boss that's listening, I respect the shit out of you about this work, about this job. I'm totally gonna get fired. It's all right. $5 an hour isn't that valuable anyway. Let's see what happens with the 4 to 7. That's supposed to be the busiest time. So, which makes sense, right? People come in from you know, shit they didn't want to deal with yesterday, and shit isn't working and it's broken, so they call first thing. Seroquel? It is Seroquel. That shit is like a fucking hammer to the face It's so ridiculous. The extended release is a little easier. But yeah. Anyway. So I'm going to have to call my wife and say thank you for the things that she did. Because she didn't have to do that. And I need to show more appreciation in general. So, for a lot of reasons. It's actually better for your health. Gratitude in general. Used to take that, but it fucked his legs up, so be careful. Seroquel is a motherfucker. It's incredibly heavy-handed. And yet I'm fine on it. Right? It really does help me sleep. Seroquel is one of those fucking drugs, like with most sleep drugs, it's like you take the sleep drugs, helps you sleep for a little bit, you wake up a little groggy, but then the effects wear off and you're still waking up a little groggy. No, I've been on Seroquel for years, and this shit fucks me up consistently. So... yeah, no, I know it's got a fucking long list of things, but for right now, the cure is not worse than the disease, so I'm gonna keep it for now. But yeah. Okay. As much as I don't want to fucking go, that restless leg syndrome, I never had that. But I know that that's a thing, and that's a bitch. The quality of your sleep gets compromised super hard when you have that. But yeah, I'm gonna disconnect and fucking finish out my night and chill out because I have a long fucking day tomorrow. Thank you, everyone here, for making something to where I legitimately look forward to it. 6 o'clock was rolling around and I was tired and I'm bitter and I'm angry. And I was like, God, I don't even know if I want to stream. And I was like, fuck it. I'll stream. And I just like it, which I didn't used to. I didn't used to like it. I put too much pressure on myself. So now that I'm tired and I say fuck it, I kind of like it. My videos are kind of like fuck it as well. Maybe I'll fix that, but I'll do that when I have a working video editor. Broke his foot? Oof. Damn. That's rough. That's rough. I have so many keyboards here. I have 3 keyboards on this setup because 4, because I have multiple cheap garbage computers where I split the tasks between them, and I keep dropping these keyboards on my feet, and I have a hairline fracture from that, and that's not fun. But anyway, all right, discipline. Gotta move on with the stream. So, gonna try to get mine 10. Yeah. Oh boy. Now I have to go to do things that are not streaming, and that's not